Interpreting starlight redshift through Doppler effect, as validation of an apparently expanding universe hypothesis was not a Hubble's colossal error, almost a curious apprentice at the dawn of astrophysics. Nor was it like Einstein to force a cosmological constant to adapt his relativity equation to that apparent expansion, and even less so when he confessed, over time, that this had been his biggest mistake. The secondary validation was to find the existence of the cosmic microwave background. The truly colossal errors begin, and then are maintained and increased at all costs, with theories such as the Big Bang as the origin of the universe, or as the cosmic inflation, which originated from universe expansion hypothesis. Other examples are the universe apparent accelerating expansion supposed cause, because the hypothesis of the existence of a magical dark matter. Or the origin of theories such as the apparent exponentially accelerated expansion of the universe, or the recent SA tension, due to the hypothesis of the existence of a magical dark energy. This whole house of cards, inverted to make matters worse, collapses with the slightest breath, given the evidence of a phenomena family existence, only partially studied, responsible for both redshift and part of that CMB. Let's start by the beginning.
The universe is a continuum of energy in transit. Then, the so-called vacuum of space is, at least, a superimposed gravitational fields continuum. Any undulatory manifestation always originates within some propagation medium, and never in any vacuum. Undulatory displacements always need at least one propagation medium, passing to another medium as long as both have a contact interface. In any undulatory manifestation, frequency decays over time. Attenuation dominates several orders of magnitude over frequency decay in undulatory displacements. In terrestrial environment, except transmitting data by optical fiber, some isolated investigations, and eventually communications with very distant spacecraft, for technological purposes, this dominance completely hides the solar effect. For this reason, I will consider here undulatory phenomena other than sound, seismic, hydraulic, pneumatic, etc., although I will use them as examples. The energy of any wave phenomenon ends up progressively also dissipated into heat.
As I just said, any undulatory manifestation originates within some propagation medium, which also uses it to transmit itself. When the medium is sufficiently extensive, attenuation will end up extinguishing the transmission. If it is not extensive enough, then the propagating wave front will encounter the boundary of the medium. In any wave propagation reaching the boundary of the medium, these scenarios can occur. The wave front bounces off that border and continues its propagation through the same medium. The wave at the boundary changes medium, continuing its propagation now through a different one, and so on. Furthermore, the wave could encounter obstacles within the propagation medium, being forced to go around them to continue its propagation. There is not even a way to rule out that some other undulatory effects do not occur together, such as photoelectric effects, black body radiations, opacity by frequency, etc. The truth is none of these scenarios will occur shielded from the others. And of course, none of these phenomena exist in isolation or in their pure state. In fact, none of the phenomena making up optical effects list affecting undulatory propagations occur pure and isolated. These identities, which are not rigorous equations of physics, qualitatively represent the law of conservation of energy, and are to draw attention to the, for now immeasurable, infinitesimal irreversibilities resulting from each undulatory interaction, and of course from all matter or energy transformation or movement. Irreversibilities that at last end up transformed mostly into heat, and which I represent as Q. Irreversibilities undoubtedly an interinduction product, but about whose domain classical physicists will theorize constants such as permittivity or permeability, while quantum physicists, using as if there were no tomorrow my Van Rinkel displacement theorem, will oppose merry families of colorful and smelly, perhaps stinky, new particles. Irreversibilities, such as shocks erroneously defined elastic, do not exist in nature. Absolutely every process in nature, whether transformation or just movement, has an energetic cost. A toll also paid on the spot. I insist this is also true for undulatory phenomena. Taking as example the reflection of light, elastic collisions are not such, since displacement change in direction consumes a certain amount of energy from the wave. We agree the amount of energy lost for photons in each rebound is so infinitesimal that it is currently unmeasurable. But in any case, any reflected wave will have lost energy. Max Planck stated in 1900 the energy of a photon depends on its frequency. As I just mentioned, any photon when bouncing against a surface, never elastically, gives up an infinitesimal of its energy, which does not alter photon's quantum integrity. The only thing happening is the bouncing photon emerges with an infinitesimally lower frequency. That is, redshifted. A detailed explanation of the above, based on the infinite shades, or let's say colors granularity, is found in my book. This at an infinitesimal level, but at a let's say macro level, thinking about the optical fiber, the enormous sum of bounces of the wave, and interinduction along its entire path, will translate into a measurable decrease in its frequency, which is detected as redshift. By the time I published the book, my view of intergalactic redshift cause did not go much further than the interinduction between light and the propagation medium, or solar effect. And this had not changed until, writing the script for my Big Bang Bluff video, I realized that, as I established a moment ago, absolutely every process in nature, whether transformation or just movement, has an energetic cost. At that moment I understood that every phenomenon related to undulatory propagations takes its toll, returning redshift and heat among other tickets.